guys, it's Jessica. Today we are gonna do an anti-haul and wish list video. I haven't done one of these, I think, in a couple of months. So it's gonna be my kind of anti-haul wish list for fall. So if you've never seen any of these videos of mine, it's kind of like the will I buy it type videos people do, or the just straight up anti-haul videos people do. It's just for fun. We all have differences of opinions. So one thing I like about these kinds of videos is that I was re-watching one of my older wish list videos, and I was talking about, let's say, like 5 to 10 products I wanted to buy, and I only ended up buying like 1 or 2 of them in the end. And it was kind of nice because I feel like these serve a purpose for me personally, because I can kind of talk through it, and sometimes I talk myself out of buying. It's kind of like makeup window shopping. So I went through this morning with my cup of coffee and just kind of went through this new arrivals on Sephora and the new arrivals on Ulta, and just screenshotted, I always want to say something different, because the past tense of screenshot is, what is it? I took a screenshot. Okay, I'm overthinking this as usual. Anyway, I took a bunch of screenshots of makeup I feel strongly about one way or the other. So I'm excited. Oh, I love that one. We'll talk about that in a second. I'm not going to touch on holiday releases. I figure I'll do a separate one of those come maybe November when we get a little closer to the holiday season, just to share with you guys maybe holiday kits I am buying or already bought, and then ones that I'm gonna stay away from, because there are so many holiday kits out. It's insane. I'm just gonna focus on fall right now because that's the season I'm the most excited about. Okay, all right, let's start with a product I am actually interested in buying, and I think I might buy. The Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush Palette. It's their Ghost Palette. This blush palette is $58, and here's the deal. I'm actually wearing an Hourglass blush on top of my Physicians Formula like liquid blush. I have everything I'm wearing linked below. I just love the Hourglass formula of powder, period. I like their diffuse light like powders. Their bronzers I don't love. I just haven't found a shade that I love, but I love their ambient lighting blushes, and this is literally 4 of them. For me as like a YouTuber, it's a little tricky buying limited edition because there are 2 schools of thought. There are people that have bought those limited edition things that want to see people using it on YouTube, and then there are the people that didn't, and now that they can't get it anymore, when I mention things like that in videos, people are like, please don't mention those, we can't get them anymore, or they're like $200 on eBay, or and so it's just kind of a tricky line to toe. So anytime something's limited edition, I only buy it if it's something that I personally genuinely want and will use. I don't necessarily want to buy it just for a video, or you know what I'm saying, just to have. I mean, I guess that would be the reason anyone buys makeup. But we live in a weird world. So this is what I'm thinking about. It looks like it's got a little bit of some bronzer tones in it as well. This is clearly my favorite coffee mug right now. I've used it in literally like the last 4 videos. They honestly kind of look like colors I don't necessarily already have. And I know that I like the formula. So this would be something I would buy just for me to have. I could see myself, I want to say I could see myself traveling with it, but again, bringing a whole blush palette, traveling, I don't know. Regardless, I'm thinking about it. And I think the packaging is kind of cool how it's like clear on some parts, and that like that with the whole name Ghost. They're expensive though, right? So one that I know I'm probably not going to buy is their Ghost face palette. I already have ones like these and I didn't use them kind of for that same reason. You guys couldn't get them and I liked them, but it wasn't necessarily always a collection of shades where I would use every single one. So this one's $80, but it does have 6 shades. Usually the pans are smaller. The bronzer looks like it might be a little bit deep for me. And then the 2 blush shades I would wear, but the one on the far right on the bottom, I feel like I already own very similar shades, like every blush I own. And then the other powders I know I like, but I've already tried and owned before. So I don't know. I don't think for the $80 it's something I need. However, if you've never tried Hourglass blushes and you had a gift card, or you can just afford it and you would like to be able to try a whole bunch of them, and by try I mean like own them, because these are still legitimate sizes, this might be one for you. I would say only get it if you're going to use 5 or 6 of the 6 shades, because if you're only going to use 4 or less of them, I don't think it's worth the money. Maybe just find one of the powders of theirs that you like and go by that, I'm going to be bopping around between Sephora and Ulta because all of my little screenshots that I airdrop to myself are in a crazy order. Let's talk about some skincare that I heard about from the brand Makeup Revolution. So they're dabbling in skincare, and I know there are kind of mixed feelings about it, because either you're all about it because it's more affordable and all that, or you're like, but do they really know what they're doing? I'm gonna assume that Makeup Revolution hired some good dermatologists or chemists, both, to be able to do all this. So trusting that they're doing it the right way, these are some pretty good deals on some interesting skincare. So one of them, the first one that caught my eye is their 3% vitamin C Radiance serum. I use a vitamin C serum every single day when I'm getting ready. I'm all about finding affordable ones if you can. There is no frustration of mine greater than the freaking Ulta website. It literally signs me out every single time I get on, and now it won't even let me sign in, and I know I've got the right password on my phone, so I'm gonna try to do it on my laptop because I wanna be able to read about these products and share them, but I don't know how Ulta has gotten this far, and like their points program is great, their rewards program, but their website is awful. And like I will favorite things and I'll know I'm signed in and then it won't be anywhere in my favorites, or things from 3 years ago that I favored, it'll be there. I mean, it is just, I don't know what is going on with their site, but I just think it needs so much work. It's insane, a complete overhaul. Ulta, if you're watching, you need someone to redo your site, because comparing it to Sephora's site, I don't like Sephora's rewards program, but man, their site is quick, it's intuitive. When I click heart, it remembers it. I don't know if any of you guys have had this experience, but clearly this is a very raw, real frustration for me. Okay, calm down, Jessica. All right, so back to this vitamin C serum. So it says it is $11. It's got vitamin C, like for beginners. Oh, maybe I shouldn't, maybe it's a little bit lower of a percentage. So it's 3% vitamin C, but it says vitamin C. It's great for boosting radiance, which I do agree with. There's a reason I use it every single morning. It said this particular one is good for building up tolerance to it. So if you've never used vitamin C, this might be a good way to start. Use the whole bottle up and then maybe you can go to a higher percentage. I don't know what percentage most of the ones I try are though. It says it can encourage a smooth skin texture as well. But I agree with really just regenerate. It's got antioxidants in it. And so for me, I feel like that helps kind of reverse some sun damage, sunspots, but just the overall brightness and radiance of my skin, I 100% agree. And I notice a difference when I'm not using vitamin C serum. So $11, I don't think that's bad. If you've never tried anything like this, I think that's pretty cool. The other one from them though is $14, and it's their 0.5% retinol super serum with rosehip seed oil. This drew my eyes because I'm all into retinol, and right now I'm using like a prescription retinol that's 0.25% to kind of work up a tolerance. This one would be 0.5%, so it's a little bit stronger, but it's in this oil with rosehip seed oil. And that stuff, I do feel like if you have drier skin, miracle worker. I feel like it helps with redness, it helps with dryness. Rosehip seed oil is one of those unsung heroes that I feel like people are starting to hear about and starting to use, and it can do amazing things for your skin. Now, I tried it by using just the plain rosehip seed oil from The Ordinary, which is even cheaper than this. If you're not interested in retinol, honestly, just buy The Ordinary one, but just saying, it's really, really good. Look into it. I think you'll be surprised. Oh, and the main reason I was thinking about that, retinol can be very drying on your skin. And that's why, like for me, I started with 1% retinol from Drunk Elephant, and I noticed a lot of that dryness and peeling right off the bat. So for my skin to kind of build up a tolerance, that's why I'm going back and I'm using the prescription one and going like that. Well, the idea of mixing a retinol with the rosehip seed oil, I don't know how that works chemically, does it, mess with the efficacy, but I do know that since rosehip seed oil can be super moisturizing for your skin, that's kind of a nice combo to kind of help with the dryness of the retinol. It's kind of offset by the hydration of the rosehip seed oil. I'm interested to try that. That one's kind of on my radar. Okay, next thing is this CoverGirl Eye Enhancers 4-Kit Shadow, and I saw they had trios too. Here's the deal. These are $6.99, and the reason they caught my eye, they were in the new arrivals little tab on Ulta's website, and I don't know if they're like truly new or not, but they had like 4 or 5 different colorways, 5 different colorways. All of the different palettes look the same. It is so bizarre. Like, I mean, they're all slightly different, but they are the most neutral of neutral colors, and it's almost as if for some of them, they just took the colors and put them in a different spot. Very bizarre. So if I were to buy this is on my list of like, I'm kind of interested, because I feel like there was one kind of CoverGirl palette I have liked, but I'm pretty sure this is a different eyeshadow formula that they use. I'm just kind of interested. I do like neutral looks. And so for me, even just looking through them though, I'm like, I don't even know which one I would buy. I think I would want to see these in store to see, but it says online only. Why? There's kind of a pink one called Pure Romance I might be interested in. I do like pink eyeshadow from time to time. I don't know. So it's on my list. I want to try $6.99, not a crazy price. You get 4 shadows, but but are the shadows any good? And is it really new? Yeah, 254 reviews. Nice eyeshadow if used with a primer. A lot of people, this person might be the worst eyeshadow kit I've ever used. There wasn't any pigment, the purple was invisible. So I'm betting this would be a kind of palette for you if you like a nice wash of color. You don't want to worry about getting too much on your eyes. You want it to be able to be blended really easily. This would probably be for you. I might still try it. Okay, one I don't think I'm gonna buy. I recently purchased the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk palette. I had previously owned another Charlotte Tilbury palette and I hated it. I just didn't, the colors didn't jive with me. The shadow quality was pretty good, but like 2 of the colors were nearly the same. And then one is that eyeshadow glitter topper that she always has in her palette. I've grown to like it. And the Pillow Talk one, for me, I literally use all 4 shades and I literally cannot stop using it. So I'm forcing myself to like walk away from it so I can try other things. I love that palette. If you, again, are a neutrals girl and you can afford it, you have a gift card, whatever, I love that palette. I really, really do. I'm so surprised that I did based on my previous experience. Well, she came out with a new one that's Pillow Talk Palette of Pops. And it is literally all shimmers, but they're not like shimmers like we see in most palettes. They are more like those kind of glittery-ish toppers that you kind of tap on top, but it doesn't have a lot of pigment to it. At least that's my understanding. Let me see what it says. These 4 shades have a soft gliding application with multi-reflecting pearls. For the ultimate sparkle, add a little bit of water before applying with the fingertip. They just look kind of lighter. Like maybe 2 of them have a little bit more pigment than the other. But yeah, pretty much everyone's saying it's a waste of money. Where's the pigment? Because you have to go into it knowing it really is meant, as far as I understand, to be like that topper shade. I don't want a palette of 4 topper shades. I just don't. And frankly, I like her topper shade in the Pillow Talk, but it's the one, if I'm getting ready quickly, that's the one I just leave off because I don't think it's anything revolutionary. I like my L'Oreal little pigment in the shade As If. That is like the prettiest eyeshadow topper I have ever seen in my life, ever. And you can buy that one on Ulta too. I'd say get that if you want a topper and leave this because $53 for just some shadow toppers, no thanks. Okay, the one that I was like, about when I saw the picture on my phone is the Carli Bybel Anastasia palette. Here's the deal. I'm gonna put a picture on the screen, but if you have trypophobia, it might bother you. That's why I don't like it. So I'm gonna show it really fast. This is what it looks like. Okay, now I'm gonna take it off and just put the shadows up. So you're safe to look if you have trypophobia. I don't know why there would be so many tiny circles on this lid. Why didn't someone say, Carli, no, this is gonna freak people out that have that trypophobia. I genuinely didn't know what was wrong with me, but for years when I would see gross pictures of like a bunch of circles and things, I would freak out. And when I finally learned that it's a term and apparently tons of us have this, just this averse reaction to that, I can't explain it. It's not like a fear. I know that that's technically a fear, but I'm not scared of it. It just absolutely grosses me out. And then I can't stop thinking about it for 10 minutes. I gotta say, why would they put that on there? But that aside, the actual palette looks, again, really pretty. I like that there's a lot of neutrals and that's a personal preference. But then there's like that really light purple and the like kind of steely bluish gray. Like there's so many pretty colors in this. But I know that I can't do it because of that lid. I just can't do it. So we're gonna move on. I'm interested, but I will not be purchasing that. I know some of you guys are like, what is wrong with you? Seriously? That is the, no, if you know what you get it. But anyway, we'll move on. Here's something like a fellow YouTuber. If you used to watch Miss Glamorazzi, I think she just goes by her real name, Ingrid Nielsen, here on YouTube. I adore. She doesn't do a lot of videos, but I love the feel of her videos. They're very cozy, they're organized, and I like her, and I like her channel. She collabed with Fresh, one of her favorite brands, to do a sugar lip treatment, but it's got some tint to it. It's the Sugar in the City lip treatment, and I honestly want to buy it to support her because I like her, but also I'm kind of intrigued. I haven't tried the Fresh formula in a long time. I know I like it, but it's expensive for the price. But again, to support her, and then also I like the idea that it's kind of tinted. That sounds like it would be a good purse tinted lip balm, and especially like in the fall and winter, kind of a berry tone. I'm interested. So, and I think the packaging of it is really, really cute too. All right, another one I'm interested in trying is, okay, so I've heard a lot of people over the years talk about, I can't say it, Herborian CC cream. That's all I know about it. I know nothing about it other than I hear a lot of YouTubers talk about it. Usually YouTubers that aren't from America, like that I watch, or ones that just, they know a lot about other brands outside of just the typical ones. I don't know if Herborian is now being sold at Sephora, and that's why I'm suddenly seeing it. But I think this is a new product, but it's their CC Dullness Corrector Glow Booster, SPF 25. So it looks like it's like a lavender type primer, but it's a CC cream, like you can wear it alone. And it's supposed to kind of blend into your skin tone and kind of make it look a little bit more radiant, a little bit more perfected, and it has a little bit of SPF protection. I'm just intrigued, to be honest. However, it is $44. There aren't any reviews online, so I'm kind of toying with it. Part of me wants to try whatever the regular original Herborian CC cream was or is, just because I've never tried it and I have heard a decent amount about it, people loving it. I feel like I should start there, and then if I really like it, maybe try this other one, but I don't know that I should start with like a random one-off product that's new. I don't know. Have you tried it? Have you tried the other one? What are your thoughts? Because I'm genuinely curious, and obviously I like lighter coverage things for every day, 100%. Okay, one that I feel bad even saying I'm not gonna buy, but I'm gonna explain why. Again, it's a personal preference thing. From the brand Pharmacy, I've liked a lot of their products over the years. However, I did learn that the Pharmacy Skin Dew that I freaking love, I think was just straight up discontinued. I don't know why. I still have a little bit in my mind, but I think it's getting older. I think it was discontinued. I don't know if they're reformulating. I'd heard rumors that like maybe the ingredients weren't what they said they weren't as natural. I don't know. But it's gone, and I'm sad about that. So let me know if you know the deal. What are the dirty deets there? Because I was like, I genuinely liked that as like a morning toner, just spritz on my face. And so the Pharmacy Very Cherry Clean. So I've tried their Green Clean, is that what it's called? Their makeup removing balm. It's very strong scent, but it's a scent I like, so I don't mind. It's being rinsed off, but it is strong. Well, this is their Very Cherry version. Now I do have the Pharmacy Very Cherry, vitamin C serum. That's actually what I just switched to. I just started using. I like it. However, it has the strongest cherry scent you've ever smelled. And I just don't like the cherry scent. I just don't. And so I'm going to keep using it because it's expensive. I don't know if I'll get through the whole, we're just going to see. I have to like literally just like not breathe through my nose for the minute or two as it sinks in, and then it's gone. So assuming that this makeup removing cleansing balm has the same cherry smell, I would stay away unless you love fake cherry smell. I freaking love doing these videos. I feel like I should do these once a month, but somehow in my schedule it ends up being more like once every other month, and maybe that is plenty, but they are fun to do. I like talking, it's like we're like scrolling through Trend Moods Instagram and like chatting about stuff, because that's honestly, I got a lot of these newer launches. I was just scrolling through hers and looking like, okay, what new has come out? Because I try to avoid looking at her page every day because overwhelming. She's doing her job well, but it's just overwhelming. There's so many releases. I just don't like this colorway. So it's the Dior, well, what is it called? So this is the Dior Backstage Custom Eyeshadow Palette, $49. I saw that and I thought, like you can pick out your shadows and make it custom? No, that is not what they mean. So don't let them fool you. So as it turns out, it's exactly this colorway, which absolutely I do not like. It's got a matte black, which I like. It's got like a matte white. It's got a really pretty, the gold shimmer totally speaks to me. It's got a more like burgundy shade, but it's got a silver. And I guess they've got these two cream ones in there, and that's what can make it customizable. I'm like, okay. I just feel like custom is an interesting choice. It says it's got a gel that transforms eyeshadow into precise eyeliner. So that is cool. It's definitely unique, and I shouldn't be knocking them for trying something different. I think that's unique. I'm sure maybe other brands have done it, but I feel like for Dior being such a prestige brand, they're trying to reach into 2019 and grasp onto anything, any younger person they can. They're trying, and I shouldn't be knocking them for that, but it's just not my cup of tea. I don't really like the colorway. I would only use a couple shadows in it. That's a cool idea that you can transform that into it, and actually as someone that does use shadow as liner a decent amount, I would probably use it, but I just think for $50, I wouldn't use it anywhere near enough. Now, if they made one where I could pick the shadows and then still have the gel, I could get into that Dior. But I will say this, I owned one of the Backstage palettes before, like their Warm Nudes one. I've decluttered it. I just didn't think it was very good. There were one or two decent shades in it. The rest, the pigment wasn't really there. It was okay blendable, but that wasn't extraordinary. There's better at the drugstore. So I was like, okay, well, we tried Dior. This one I'm interested in. It's from Farsali. I saw this on Trend Moods page. It's their Unicorn Antioxidant Lip Mask. And I have tried a couple of Farsali products in the past, and I've never been huge into them, like that pink unicorn, whatever, that people would always be dribbling down their face. How did that become a thing? I had tried some of that stuff. It wasn't bad. I didn't think it was terrible, but it wasn't anything for me that I felt like I had to have. But I love lip masks and lip balm. I really just love them. And I for whatever reason, I just now thought of Holly Eats Lipstick. I love her here on YouTube. She's just so chill. If you've never like seen her channel, but she gives me like those nostalgic YouTube vibes. And I've watched her for a long time and I got to meet her. And side note, she was literally the nicest person in the world. But just thinking of her screen name alone, Holly Eats Lipstick, she like knows everything there is to know about like lipstick and lip balms. Like that is her thing, especially lip balms. She has gotten me onto some of the best lip balms in the world, like Lip Soul lip balms you can buy at the drugstore. Dang, I need to buy that again. It is so, so good. And she's like, anyway, I keep getting sidetracked. Why are y'all watching me? I know I'm like the worst YouTuber ever. This product has nothing to do with her. Just wanted to give her a shout out because I love her. This just looks interesting to me. $20, that's kind of expensive. But if you use a little bit, maybe as a lip mask, maybe you only use it a couple times a week. But the packaging looks so luxurious. Oh, like it looks like what I wish the Dior Creme de Rose, whatever lip balm that I bought a long time ago for like 30 freaking dollars. It was okay, not worth the price point. But for $20, this looks way, way more luxurious. And I would love to see that in my makeup bag, as shallow as that sounds. Y'all know what I mean. So it says it's an antioxidant treatment for lips that instantly melts into your skin, leaving lips pillow soft and supple, or antioxidant berries. Acai has vitamin C, so that supports your collagen levels. Elderberry has resveratrol, which is like skin firming. Blueberry is in it that fights visible signs of aging. Goji berry, dang, has potent levels of vitamin C. Natural vanillin has antioxidants. And then vitamin E soothes and softens your skin. Holy moly, I might be buying this today. I saw that Sephora, this isn't sponsored, but I saw that Sephora is 8% cash back on Rakuten, so I'm like, that's like the one, honestly, of all of the things I'm talking about today, that's the one I feel the strongest about. All right, let's talk about the Norvina Pro palettes. There's 1, 2, and 3. There's 3 different ones. 1 is more of like a purpley tone, but of course it's got all kinds of different colors. 2 is more like blues and greens. And then 3, honestly, is like, there's oranges, but there's also blues and greens in that. They all have a lot of different colors. They're $60. Now, if you like the Anastasia, assuming all of these are pretty highly rated on here, assuming you like the Anastasia shadow formula, that's one of my personal favorite shadow formulas ever. My favorite palette of theirs was the Sultry palette. Rest in peace. It has been discontinued. My close second favorite is Soft Glam. Both gorgeous if you like neutrals like me. However, this has a lot more shades. So if you're someone that loves colorful looks and you look at one of those 3 and think, oh my gosh, I will use the crap out of this, then go for it. $60 for that many shadows is amazing. But if you will only use a few, and you need to be honest with yourself, if you only use a few of those, do not spend $60 real on this. Here's the interesting thing. And at least they're being open about it. I appreciate that. But it has a bunch of stars next to a lot of the shades. And it says, these shades are not intended for use around the immediate eye area. Now, I know there have been issues with certain colors and certain palettes, blah, 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 that you really aren't supposed to use near your eyes. So I appreciate that they're being very open about that because I don't know that other brands were being open, and that was the drama, right? Especially with colors that have reds in them, I've heard. 17 of the 25 shades are not for use around your immediate eye area. This is, I'm looking at volume 1. So 11 of the 25 shades in the volume 2 are not for use around your immediate eye area. I don't know, y'all. And obviously we're talking like right there, but 17 again in the volume 3 one are not for use around your immediate eye area. So just an interesting thing. I appreciate the openness, but then it's like, so then what are we doing, guys? I don't know. So those are all of the ones I want to talk about today. Like I said, if you're interested in me doing like a holiday version of this, maybe next month, I would love to do that. As I know there are already, as I was perusing through the new arrivals on both sites, I was like, holy moly, like there are so many holiday kits and releases and stuff. I love you all. Thank you guys for watching my video. If you want to binge some of my will I buy it type anti-haul wish list videos, I will link the last few below and up in the eye. And other than that, I hope you'll subscribe, stick around. I do 3 to 4 videos a week, beauty and lifestyle focused, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye. I just felt like a robot with my